What did you just feel as you heard those sounds? Did the hairs on the back of your neck stand up? Did you feel a sense of harmony, a sense of family? It evokes different emotions for different people. But the wolf itself has garnered a reputation, thanks to Hollywood, that's not a very positive one. The wolf's characteristics mirror many, many of our own. A sense of family, love, loyalty, intelligence, and cunning. But just a family animal that reflects a lot of our own personalities right back at us. What you're about to witness is something very amazing. An organization called wolfeducationproject.org that teaches us to respect this animal and its place in the ecosystem and here on Earth. They have just as much a right to be here as you and I. And you'll see that for yourself next.
Hello, San Diego and beyond. We're
Welcome
here
to
to
Wolf
share all the
Education
treasures that we've got. There's a pirate in the master's chair, ready to pilot us on this magical affair. Share your story, share your word. Spread your joy, let your voice be heard. Hoist your sails and catch the wind. It's time for your show to begin. So hoist your sails and catch the wind. It's time for your show to begin.
I'm here with Jason from wolfeducationproject.org, and we're here to learn about the true nature of the wolf. Jason, welcome to San Diego. A lot of misnomers and a lot of very untrue rumors about the wolf, the nature of the wolf. Tell us about wolfeducationproject.org and how you got started with it.
Well, wolfeducationproject.org is a platform for wolf dogs to learn more about what wolf dogs are, what wolves are, and how they relate with their canine companions at home, your dogs at home. Essentially, all dogs are wolves and all wolves are dogs. How'd this happen? Well, the wolf, hanging around nomadic people, found that it was easier to survive off the food and garbage, essentially, of nomadic people and people groups. And so they found that easier to live off of them, and those social animals that were more apt to hang around people were in fact adopted into people groups and then selectively bred for those social attributes and all the different attributes out there. Basically, all dogs are mutated wolves. You take a mutation, a specific mutation that you like or you favor, and then you selectively breed for that mutation. You do that number of times, and then you create different lines of canines. We have our hunting dogs, we have all these different dogs, all these different lines of dogs, all originated from the wolf. In fact, wolf and dogs, canines, being the same species, they're the most widely diverse species as far as the look of the animal and phenotype of any other creature in the world. And we educate as to the true nature of wolves, being shy and elusive creatures in the wild, wolf dogs, which are your high content, mid content, and low content wolf dogs, and how they originated. Basically, you have wolves that have been selectively bred to maintain the wolf phenotype, less the personality of the animal. In fact, we selectively breed to maintain the wolf look, maintaining the wolf look, but then selectively breeding to maintain or create a sociable animal. And that's essentially what your high-content wolf dogs are. Mid-content, so you take a high-content animal, breed it with something like a Siberian Husky, and you can create a mid-content animal, and so forth. But wolves, in nature, they bring a balance to the natural environment. In fact, in Yellowstone, they saw that Yellowstone was off balance because the wolf was missing. So in the mid-90s, they brought wolves from Canada back down into Yellowstone and reintroduced wolves into Yellowstone. How that effect happened? Well, the wolves brought that balance by reducing coyote populations, which increased other populations, giving beavers back their homes, and those provided homes for other critters, and everything has a trickle effect in our natural environment. Everything brings balance when everything's in place, and that's what they've seen with the wolf. And so we try to educate people as to the true nature of wolves and also give them opportunity to see these animals in a situation that's safe, and they get to actually see and interact with some of these socialized animals.
So now, right now, you guys are in the process of becoming your own independent, individual nonprofit for educational purposes, but most of all for conservation purposes for the wolf.
Absolutely.
So what are some ways that people can get to know more about Wolf Education Project? Where can they go, via Facebook or online?
All the above, Facebook and online. wolfeducationproject.org is our website. You can also email me at jason.k@wolfeducationproject.org. You can call us at 760-765-2477. You can also get a hold of us through the camp at campcedarglen@yahoo.com. You can also go to campcedarglen.org and learn more about the Wolf Education Project and the camp and what it all has to offer. What we're aiming to do is to raise support for these animals, to care for these animals, and then also to grow the program and to look for other avenues, people groups that we can introduce these animals to and do some more educational programs with. So we're really looking for people to partner with the program. We're up here in Julian, California, and we'll love to see your involvement.
Well, you heard it here. Couldn't have said it any better myself than Dakota and Jason here. As you can see, a very loving animal, a very spiritual animal who embodies characteristics not very different from our own. Intelligence, loyalty, pack loyalty in their world, but very much a commitment to family. And what are some of the other attributes, Jason, that are very much like our own?
Well, facial expressions, body posturing, that's how they communicate. That's how we communicate as well. They share all those same facial expressions that we do. When they're upset, they will frown like we do. We'll frown and we'll square off with each other and we'll show that, hey, we're challenging you. They will smile like we smile. When they blink their eyes, that's to break up that stare, down, to show you that they're not going to be a threat to you. Licking of the lips, that's also a calming signal. All these posturings that they'll do, and your canines at home will also do, and you can understand their language because they have a unique language unto themselves, and you can actually communicate with these animals in that same language. Body positioning, how they're positioning their body in front of you, their tail position, all these things is an intricate way of communication, and we can actually share that communication with them, and they feed off that communication from us. They know when we're scared. They know when we're upset. It's man's original best friend.
Now, by no means are we telling people to go out into nature and try to domesticate the wolf.
Right.
What this organization is all about is teaching us to have that healthy respect.
Absolutely, that healthy respect for any canine. With canines, any dog or wolf dog, you have to understand the intent of the breed, why these animals were bred. And then you can identify whether that's a good fit for you and your situation. Wolf dogs, you know, there's certain things with wolf dogs, just like there's certain things with other kinds of breeds that you have to be aware of and understand and to see if that's the right fit for you.
Now, so what are some of the ways that people can volunteer or maybe donate? What are some of the items that, that people can help with, or is it just simply donations, or what?
It's donations. It's feeding these animals. They eat a whole carcass raw meat, and it's to the tune of $250 to $300 a month just to feed the animals at the Wolf Education Project. So they're expensive to feed. Vet care, fencing requirements, all these things, insurance, all these things add up. Vet bills, and most of these are all rescued animals. And we need the funds in order to secure the project and secure the viability of the project for future generations to experience, and also to give them the best home that we can give them.
So for people interested in coming and visiting your facilities, are people able to come up and learn more about them?
Absolutely. Just give us a call, shoot me an email, see us on Facebook as well, and you're more than welcome to come up and we'll set up a tour for you and or your group.
or family.
And or your family.
Yeah, so bring up the kids, bring up your group. It's a great way to be exposed to a side of nature that you probably will never be able to get this close to. And it's a chance for you to learn how to respect that nature and how to respect this magnificent animal that is a very much a vital part of the ecosystem, and was basically created by somebody upstairs to keep the checks and balances out there in nature, correct?
Yep, and that's really what we're trying to be a proponent of, to see the true nature of these animals, that they're not these vicious creatures of Little Red Riding Hood, the mythology and all that stuff that's been created about these animals, just to dispel a lot of these things that are out there about these animals, and to really come to a true understanding of what the wolf is, what the wolf dog is, and how we can interrelate with them. We're also at Camp Cedar Glen up in Julian. That's where the Wolf Education Project is located. We provide lodging, food, meals, so you can bring groups up here and we can make a weekend of it. So just come and see us at thewolfeducationproject.org.
You should be seeing that right here. Oop. Don't let go of the leash. Rule number 1. Rumor has it that Dakota, as well as his fellow brothers at the facilities, are movie stars. For all you Twihard fans out there, if you want to meet the real stars of that movie franchise, forget Team Jacob, forget Team whoever the other, Edward, go for Team Wolf. Tell us about their role in the biggest movie franchise of all time, possibly.
Absolutely, yeah. The
wolf fuzz there.
Grows on you. Yeah, the studio called me up and they asked to come out here and get some real wolf sounds. And so they spent in a period of about 2.5 months coming up here with all their sound equipment and setting up to record the howls of wolves. And they use these for the Breaking Dawn movie. And we have the sequel coming up this fall.
Yeah. So there you have it. One more reason, as if everything else wasn't enough reason to come up here and do your part to help save these animals, you know, from all those ugly misnomers. What better than a fantasy movie about vampires and werewolves than to learn the respectful side of nature? But these guys were actually movie stars. So come on up and say hi. Bring the family, bring your friends, and say hi to some of the biggest movie stars of our time. These guys, the wolf, not Jason. This guy right here. Jason, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, appreciate it. All right, you guys know what to do. We'll see you again as we continue to reveal the hidden treasures of San Diego County and beyond. All right, coming up next, we will be in the wolf's den, hanging out with his brothers and sisters as we get to know them a little bit more intimately. So boldly go where most have never gone before. Coming up next.
Dakota just coming back to the pack. Yeah, watch your camera because he will grab that fuzzy thing on me.
So there, the black one is Shiloh.
Shiloh, and this is Oka.
And this is Oka.
Yep.
And they're just puppies, so hence the size, right?
Yeah, these guys are puppies. He's about 17, 18 weeks old. And he's about 27 weeks old, this black one here. And then Dakota is 4 years old. And wolves come in different colors too. As you can see, we've got a gray male here. We've got a black phase over here, this little puppy. And then we've got this little brown guy right here. He's eventually going to look probably like Lakota.
So what does it mean when they're nipping like that?
Again, they're just coming together to reestablish who's who as far as our ranking system within the pack. So this little black one, his name is Shiloh, and he's a little youngster. These two little puppies right here, Shiloh's already showing dominance within the pack, and which is being maintained and controlled by the alpha male over here, who is Lakota, this white alpha male.
So Lakota is what's known as an Arctic.
Yeah, he would be our Arctic phenotype as far as his physical appearance. Of course, right now he's in his summer shed, so all those big poofy wolves you see typically in film is only a winter thing. In the summertime, they shed all that out, and they look a lot thinner, and they don't have that thick coat that you see as far as their communication styles and abilities. Yeah, it's very complex. Facial posturing, vocalization, body posturing, it's all intricate and part of their language.
It's no different than us humans.
Absolutely.
Where, you know, be it in a company or at the office or in any organization, you know, those who want to be in charge have to establish some sort of dominance with certain actions.
Yep.
You know, and so this is their way of just kind of showing each other where they're at on that hierarchy.
Absolutely. Anytime they separate and come back together, they reestablish that. They reestablish that during mealtime often. You know, and you see that ranking system come together at mealtime, who eats first and when. Yeah. But you can see, look at his paws. He just has these huge
wow.
paws.
Can you get that? Well, hello. Hello.
He is 13 years old. He's a 13-year-old male. Yeah, wolves in the wild, they'll live 5 to 7 years. 5 years with the threat of man, 7 without the threat of man. And in captivity, they can live up to 18 years.
Wow.
But you know, typically with any large canine, it's usually 10 to 13 years is what we find. But you can see, you know, 18-year-old animals.
What an amazing place. You can visit here. Just shoot a call to the numbers you see below here and come up and say hi to Jason. So get to know more at wolfeducationproject.org. Find him on Facebook, one word, Wolf Education Project. And tell him you saw him on the Sam's Diego show. All right. Take care and come back soon and do your part to conserve everything you see around you.
Hello, San Diego and beyond. We're here to share all the treasures that we've got. There's a pirate in the master's chair, ready to pilot us on this magical affair. Share your story, share your word. Spread your joy, let your voice be heard. Hoist your sails and catch the wind. It's time for your show to begin. So hoist your sails and catch the wind. It's time for your show to begin.
Nothing like a car commercial to ruin the shot of nature, huh?
Getting all bit up.
What's that?
Getting all bit up by bugs.
All right, I'll just do a quick energetic one. Ever since we grew up, we've been hearing stories about Little Red Riding Hood, the big bad wolf, current movies like The Gray that portray the wolf in a very negative aspect, with a very negative manner. That's all right, all right. I'll just cut it right there and keep going.
Now stay down there, Sam. I want to see his hunting instinct when something's below him.
To educate people as to the true nature of wolves and what wolves are all about. In fact, that they bring balance to natural environment, and in so doing, their numbers. I'm sorry, we're gonna have to start over. It's just too much.
Having a makeout session here. We thought we got this PDA out of the way before we started rolling, but apparently Dakota's not done with me yet. Lord have mercy. I am just, wow. All right. I guess he doesn't know sit yet, right? Okay.
Can you try again?
We'll try this again.
Okay.
You're going to be hearing the panting. Quiet on the set? No? That's not going to work?